It's a weird thing to say, but we've had a better season than Spurs, but Spurs have had a better outcome than Arsenal because they won the Europa League, but they've had like 38 points in the league. Like that's shocking.
I could argue they've had a better season.
Yeah, I think he's in danger of being replaced if he doesn't perform. I'd say.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there's Ranieri's coming up. Look, if Ranieri keeps
pushing like this,
then he'll eventually replace Odegaard.
It's a must.
But if we don't sign a striker, I might not watch the Prem. If we go another year with Havertz and Marino, I might just stop watching football.
Yeah.
Between the lines.
Apparently, Andrew's been sacked.
No.
I don't know. There's rumours.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing official yet.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
Man, he's been shit this season, bro.
Bro, you won Europa League, bro. Like,
Spurs, to be fair, but
can you even say he's been shit if he won Europa? Like, I don't know if you can say that.
It's a shit trophy now, man.
It's not, bro. If we won that, I would have been going mad. All right, boys, let's crack on. This is the Arsenal end of season diagnosis. We did a Manchester United post-mortem. With the Arsenal boys, it's not going to be that morbid because obviously you've come second again. Don't need to repeat that, but you've
Second place trophy.
Second place trophy, second again, ole. We're going to do an Arsenal end of season diagnosis. You already know who I've got to my left. It's the best commentator in the world, Arsenal season ticket holder, my guy Tuncay.
Yo, good to be here to talk about Arsenal at long last.
Finally, let's talk about Arsenal. And to my right, you already know the Roy Keane of right backs, my guy Has.
Good to be here. Let's get into Arsenal.
I'm obviously a United fan, but today I'm going to be as neutral as I can be. Maybe play a bit of devil's advocate here and there. You can't have all Arsenal positivity, despite obviously you're doing all right in the league, etc., etc. But we'll get into it. This is a bit of a breakdown on Arsenal's 24-25 season. We did one on Manchester United recently, which you will have seen come out on Tuesday, me, Ryan and Haroon. But today is all about Arsenal. Let's go through the season. I know ultimately the Arsenal boys might be feeling a bit disappointed, but I'm sure there's been some positives within the season. Tuncay, a quick summary of the season first before we get into it a bit deeper.
Nothing, just not quite. I think we've just underachieved this season.
Give me one word of, give me one word of how you feel right now about the season. Maybe underachieved?
Yeah, underachieved, I'd say, yeah.
Has, one word?
Disappointed, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
Want to dive into that a bit deeper?
I mean, after the last 2 seasons, coming close, you thought like this was the year you push on, especially with Man City falling off as well. It's like you were waiting for that. They fall off. And then it's disappointing, not because we haven't been good, but I think things have affected the season. Red cards, injuries, whatever. And yeah, overall, finishing second again. So far off the leader, quite disappointing.
Obviously, me and Has were scheduled to do a one-to-one breakdown because I felt like Has needed a therapy session with me to get a bit of realism out of him. I'm sick of, tired of all this Arsenal propaganda. We were going to have Dom here as well, Arsenal fan. He will be sending us a voice note. He was meant to send it already by now, but he hasn't. Standard Dom. He's not here for the podcast either, but it would have been fun to get his views. We already know Dom would have been happy to get rid of Arteta and get Mourinho in 2025, but that's a debate for another day. Arsenal boys, let's go through a bit of a season recap. What's like your standout moments throughout the season, good or bad? Good. Let's start with good first.
I think objectively, we finished second in the Premier League, semi-finals of League Cup, semi-finals of Champions League. You'd argue that's not too bad. I'd say that's pretty much the only positive. That's the only positive thing I'd say really out of the season.
Could you say that overall you've progressed because of the Champions League run, maybe?
I wouldn't say we've progressed per se. I mean, we've probably got more experience under the belt now in the Champions League. It looks like even next year we should be favourites to get to the semi-final at least.
Sure? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Sorry, man.
We did
the
all
Man
right.
United in me, you almost came out there. Sorry.
We're
Favourites to get to the semi-final next year? Yeah.
with a striker, yeah, with a striker. If we sign a striker, then yeah, we have to be the bats. So, I mean, Marino is probably another positive. You know, he's not a striker, but he had to be a makeshift striker because of how shambolic the club is run at the moment, in my view. And he's done decent. He's done well. He's done better than most strikers in the Prem. You know, and it's weird to say that, but you know, he's the only other positive really. And if we go through the team, Declan Rice probably the best player, stand out for me. Saliba, Gabriel equally as good. Yeah, they're probably only positives really. I'd say.
I'd also say Luis Skelly and Nwaneri breaking through.
Yeah, the youngsters,
big positive. Even though we didn't have a great year, I think 2 teenagers coming through, that's great for the future. And I don't know if the Merino part I agree with, Tunch. I don't know if it's a positive. I think because
in light of the situation, the circumstance, he's done well.
Yeah, he did well. 100% he did well.
That's what I'd say. Yeah, individually he's done well.
Yeah.
We bought him to play where?
Left CM?
CDM, I don't know.
I don't even know.
Left CM?
I don't think he's done too well there. I mean, he's been
was he meant to be holding and Rice was meant to be forward? Or was Rice meant to be holding?
Maybe he was signed to replace Xhaka in some way. But
to be honest, I have no idea where he's.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I don't think if the opportunity didn't arise for him to play up front, he would have been just another signing.
Yeah,
true.
And he did all right up front, but we're a team that creates a lot. We have the ball a lot most of the time. You're bound to get the end of something.
But he has finished quite well.
Yeah. He's done all right. But it's like, I mean, if he had done well enough for us to win the league, then I would have been like, yeah, sick. Yeah, but we probably would have finished second anyway.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Anyway, he's probably done more or different to what he was signed for, but in a way, individually, he's done well. What would you say are the main negatives of the season? And we will be going dissecting player for player shortly, and we'll be talking about Arteta, the ball, etc. But what would you say are the main negatives of the season?
For me, before going play by play, is the style of play. As the season tick older, this season probably has been the most boring, I'd say, or less entertaining. I'd probably just straight say that. We're overly reliant on set pieces. We're overly direct, I think, and I don't think it suits the players in the team that we have. I think that the players that we have in the team, maybe because we don't have a striker, it's probably we have to play a certain way, and we have to find ways of scoring goals, and probably set pieces is one of them. But the style of play is just not exciting, not great to watch. Holding on to 1-0, 2-1 wins where possible is not really great, to be honest with you. That's probably the worst thing about the season, I'd say, the style of play.
Because of where you came from, let's say 3-4 seasons ago, I don't know, are you still... I know, obviously, going to watch a game, you want to be entertained, but can you not be content with the fact that, like, look at my team, for example, we'll pay £1 million to hold out for a 1-0 win, and you lot have kind of got bored of it because you're so used to it now the last 2-3 seasons. You're used to that being a good side. Should you not be, like, content that at least it's not worse?
It's more like there's more to come out of this Arsenal side. It's like I'm expecting a lot more, but...
You've got the players to do more.
We've got the players, it's just... I don't know, where the team's just stuck on second gear. You know, I'll give you 2 great examples. Oh, one good example, Martinelli. You know, he's just stuck on the left. Doesn't really take on players, doesn't really cross. When he does cross, it's overhit. Or when he does pass eventually, it's too late. He doesn't run from the shoulder enough. So, I don't know, he's a very static example. And that's not really entirely his fault, even though he should be infecting the game in some way. It's more just the style of play that we have at the moment. It's just very structured, very just boring, really.
Has, do you want to further agree with Tuncay's point, or have you got your own negatives of the season?
I think that's probably why I said it was disappointing, because the 2 seasons before that, especially the first season when we bottled it, we were so exciting. Our games were all very fast-paced. We were scoring goals. We were conceding goals. I think over time, like, the pressure of you have to win the league. I think it's now in Arteta where he wants to control the game all 90 minutes. He wants to play the game. Yeah. He doesn't care about the skills and all that. Almost a bit too robotic. Like, you play the triangles, the squares, the through balls. So we're trying to score similar goals.
Yeah.
And I think that's
It's all about the system.
teams work that out over time.
Yeah, true.
And I think without the striker as well, with the injuries, where we've dropped points because of the red cards, it's all just become a bit, like Tunch said, stuck in second gear. We just can't push forward, can't get past that last hurdle. Just missing.
Do you think Arteta's scarred because the last 2 seasons you did play the more attacking football, but then at the back, slight lapse in concentration, like against Villa, I think, and West Ham a season ago?
Yeah, I think it's more the big games he's probably more afraid of. And to be fair, this season, the big games, we've done well when you go through it game by game. Probably apart from Liverpool beat us at the Emirates. But other than that, I think overall in the big games, he's done well. Probably that's why he wanted to change, because for once in the big games, he just wants the team to be consistent. Because we've always lacked, we always lose in the big games in the past. And it's always against the bottom half that we do well.
Around, right?
Yeah, he's changed that around, but obviously what's happened is we can't get through low block teams. But
I think that's also helped us in the Champions League. That's
Yeah.
why we got to the semis, I think. I think we're really hard to break down. And in Europe, when you're playing against other big teams, they don't double up on your best players. It's like a 1v1 all over the pitch. And I think that helps us. I think that's why we did well in the Champions League, whereas we didn't do so well in the league, because when smaller sides sit or when we struggle, we don't have a second plan almost, it seems. But whereas in the Champions League, when Real Madrid are coming at you and you're breaking every time, 3v3, whatever, you create chances. And then we see 2 Declan Rice screamers.
Let's talk about that Real Madrid game, because I don't want, as much as I'm loving this negative fest about Arsenal, I'm absolutely loving it. I want to smile and laugh about the video, but I want you guys to enjoy the moment as well. You beat Real Madrid. How did you feel about that? Did you expect it, or does it not mean as much because you've ended up losing anyway? But to the winners of the Champions League in the end, you got knocked out by them, but it's still a big moment, right? To beat Madrid, you beat them at the Bernabeu as well. Isn't that something to like revel in? That's part of the progress of Arteta as well. You probably wouldn't have done that without him, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a big game. Yeah, it was a good win. Obviously, we played well, but Real Madrid didn't play well. Let's be honest as well. They could have done a lot more as well. They could have played a lot better.
I think that was down to our defending, though.
Yeah,
I thought we defended really well against them. Even PSG, we did all right, I think.
Yeah, we were clinical against Madrid. We were more clinical than they were. And then PSG were more clinical than us in semi-finals. Not like, it's like I agree. I thought we played well against PSG as well, both games. But yeah, they were just that little bit more clinical.
Well, but they were definitely better.
You know what it was, Ads? It was the second game. We started first 15-20 on fire. Couldn't score.
Yeah.
And I was watching it with my wife, and I said, they're going to come from score, innit? And it's going to finish the tie. And she was like, she don't really understand. And then they came up and scored. And I was like, it's done, innit? Like, what do you, at that point, what do you do?
So that first game done us, like that Dembele goal.
Even that was a deflection or something.
2-3 minutes, whatever it was, like that goal done us. They just sat back and literally they played the game. 1-0, yeah.
And secondly, 2-1.
3-1,
I think.
No, 2-1.
2-1.
And Donnarumma had that incredible first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, and Saka missed that good chance as well if he scored. I don't know. Maybe we could have got one more goal. I don't know, but I doubt it, but maybe, who knows.
It's just moments, innit?
Yeah.
It's Champions League.
I know, guys, you're all waiting for me to ask Arteta in or out. I promise it's coming. I will be on the Arteta outside. I'm joking. We'll get to that shortly. Let's take... just before we finish the season recap, you finished second in the league. You got knocked out of Champions League semi-final. Another main criticism that Arteta's had, which we'll get into shortly, about Arteta overall. The cup competitions, I'm sure you must be disappointed. Another season without a cup. United, not to talk about United, but 5 seasons. 5 finals in 5 seasons. Spurs won a trophy. Crystal Palace won a trophy. Liverpool won the league.
Newcastle won
a
Fair play
trophy.
to them.
PSG won their first Champions League. Someone in Germany won the cup or something as well.
So everyone except Arsenal.
Bologna won the Serie A Cup or whatever it's called, Coppa del Italia.
Aberdeen won the Scottish Cup. I don't know. Napoli won the league. We can go for
Napoli
it,
won the league. So look, everyone around you, all the underdogs or least favourites or people that haven't won in a while, won. How do you feel going? I think it's the 5th season now without a trophy.
I think
Is it 5th? I don't even know.
in response to that, I would say if Arsenal had won the EFL this season and we were sat here now,
Carabao Cup, yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
would we have been talking about, like, would we have been a lot more happy than we are?
I think you would be, you know.
A lot more?
Not necessarily a lot more, but you'd be like, yes, we done it. We got something over you. Even a part of tribalism, I know it's outside of the actual game itself, but part of tribalism is to say to your friends, bro, we won a trophy, you won fuck all that.
Yeah, but
That's part of the game, isn't it? That's why you love being a football fan as well.
that's true. But trophy doesn't define the season.
Yeah.
Like if I talk about
But
Spurs,
it can enhance it.
it's a weird thing to say, but we've had a better season than Spurs. But Spurs have had a better outcome than Arsenal because they won the Europa League. But they've had like 38 points in the league. Like that's
I
shocking.
could argue they've had a better season than you. Because
Not
they,
really.
They,
You
didn't
think-
have, they put in
Semi-finals, Champions League.
99% less energy than you.
No, man.
And still came with a better outcome than you.
Semi-finals of the Champions League is like winning 3 Europa Leagues.
No,
I
it's
don't care
not.
what anyone says.
No, it's not.
All right, then the Arsenal ladies winning Champions League is better than Spurs winning Europa. I can bring that
No,
argument as
that's
well.
women's game and men's game separate.
No,
Let's keep it
well,
separate.
Arsenal
But
ladies
look,
are
what you
better
just
than
said is incorrect
Spurs
because
in that
getting to
case.
the semi-final with Champions League is not equivalent to 3 Europa Leagues because
It is because it's more harder
one
to do.
you lost and you were one of the top 4 and you lost. Europa League final, you won, you went up on the stage, you carried the medal and finished his unbelievable quote, completed it. You celebrated your fans. They did a trophy parade. You're not doing no trophy parade for semi-final Europa Champions League.
Without disagreeing with anything you said, yeah, if, like, what was I going to say?
What, so you think you wouldn't be celebrating if you won Carabao Cup?
If you've lost, no, hold, yeah, maybe, but if you've lost 22 league games, have you had a good season?
Well, if you won the Europa League and you ultimately got in Champions League and you won a trophy, then yeah, I've
And-
had a decent season. A decent, not good.
Decent, yeah, sure.
Yeah, decent.
And this, like, in no way am I, like, downplaying Europa. That's sick. Like, winning that is lit, especially for
You
Spurs.
downplayed it off camera, by the way, just saying.
No, never.
Last week you were.
What was I saying?
You were saying Europa League's nothing. Like you were cussing it out for when you was watching the watch along. United,
Nah.
United and Spurs fans. You were saying Europa
Wait,
League's
Europa or
dead.
Europa
No, I
Conference?
weren't.
Was it
So
Europa or
you was.
Europa Conference?
So you was
Nah.
cussing out Europa League.
No.
No, Europa League's a good trophy. Like,
Europa League's,
it's a good trophy.
even then
innit?
I was like, congratulations.
No, if you win it, then
man,
it's a good trophy. Obviously,
We need
Spurs
to
won
go
it
back
on
and
merit.
watch
But-
that stream. Go
But
back and
that's
watch
what I'm
that
saying. Like, they've lost 22 league games.
stream. Yeah.
It come out just a couple minutes ago that they might be firing Ange, and you're telling me they've had like a 6 season. I wouldn't agree.
I didn't say sick, but I said decent.
Yeah, but like, yeah, winning the
They've
trophy
had a
is
better
sick.
outcome than Arsenal over the course of the season, but Arsenal had a better season. You know, they finished
I
second
don't
in
think
the
you
Premier
could finish
League.
that far down, man. If they were like
Semi-finals.
8th, 9th, 10th, if they were 10th
You
and won
can,
Europa,
if
I'd be like,
ultimately
okay.
the prize is the same and more because they got the Champions League qualification like you
Yeah,
did
yeah,
in
yeah,
second.
sure.
They did the same thing, yeah, but finished 17th or whatever. But they also won a trophy for their fans.
Yeah, sick.
So I think that's better than what you done.
No, I don't. I disagree.
I
man.
think
Yeah, but if we were in the Europa League, then you could argue Arsenal could probably win the Europa League or Europa Conference. What is this? Is Chelsea had a better season than
you
us
can't
as well?
argue that because when you were there, you didn't win it.
What,
when
in
you've been in
Europa League?
Europa, you
Yeah, but
won.
not this season. I'm talking about this season. We weren't in it because we were playing in Champions League.
I know.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're in the competition.
It's a different level.
it's such a weird
It's a
question,
different-
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
It's like, have you had a better season? But like, to me, a better season also reflects the next season. That's why when United used to win the cup with Ten Hag, like, oh, we won it all summer, like, yeah, we had a better season than you. And then you fired him. I'm like, if you've had a better season, why have you fired your manager? Surely that means you're gonna have an even better season now. And to me, that matters a lot. Like, this is the same as Spurs. If they've had a better season, so why are you
Yeah,
firing
look,
Ange?
being real, look, fair
Don't
play to
fire him,
Spurs.
man.
They won the trophy on merit. They got there. You play for the occasion for the game. They won the trophy.
Worst final I ever watched, by the way.
And yeah, terrible final. But you know, look, they won it, and you know they deserve their parade and everything. So
No, respect
Yeah,
to them.
yeah,
Even
exactly.
then, we said congratulations.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Can't argue with that.
not taking anything away from it.
All right, boys, let's take it into something a bit more exciting. It's Arsenal keeper. So me and Tuncay did one last year, actually. Remember?
Oh yeah, I did.
We
yeah.
did one
yeah,
to one. I was behind the
Yeah,
camera. I'll put a link to that now if you want to go see Tuncay's thoughts on that last year on all the players. Spend time on the players if you want as well to give how you feeling about their season, etc. And if it's not needed, then we'll move it on quickly anyway because certain players probably don't need it. But it's up to you guys. David Raya, I'm guessing keep
Yeah, of course.
good season.
Yeah. He won the Golden Boot, so yeah, you can't argue
Golden
with that.
Glove.
Yeah. Golden Glove, so yeah,
Imagine if
Golden
he won
Glove.
the Golden Boot.
Imagine, having mad.
Great season or good season? Great.
He's great. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's a great season.
Yeah.
Probably
Like-
got some standout moments, but
What's his weakness? The odd lapse in concentration.
I don't think he has that much, you know.
Probably
That's what I'm
penalties.
saying. Very minimal.
Penalties,
Oh
yeah.
my! He's the worst
Against
penalty
United,
saver ever.
that was terrible.
Is he
like,
short?
A little bit maybe.
He's probably
For
like
a
my
keeper?
height, maybe
For a
my
keeper,
height.
maybe?
Yeah, maybe short for a keeper. Yeah,
How tall are you?
6 foot just about.
Yeah, because he's.
We need to measure.
I
That.
know he's got big hands, but I think he's quite short. That matters when you're trying to save penalties.
But I don't think his height actually affects him. But in penalties, his diving is shocking.
No, like, he dives
He
too
dives
early.
way too
Yeah,
early.
he dives too early.
And he
yeah.
does like a stupid little dive as well.
Yeah,
Like it's bare done.
It's like even if he goes that way, you might not save him.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's weird.
I do get what you mean.
He dives in penalties the
saved
way
a few,
Anana
innit?
saves shots.
he
Has he?
has recently. He saved against
He
PSG.
He saved one in the
I think.
Champions League.
Yeah, he saved. Yeah, Vitinha's
Against-
penalty.
it's-
Yeah.
Against Inter, no?
No, it's PSG. No, he saved one against Atalanta. That double save.
Yeah, he done it in Italy.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, so I think overall
I'd say good.
good season. Yeah.
Keep,
Yeah,
yeah,
good
definitely.
season.
Keep.
And one to you'd hold on to, right?
Yeah, yeah,
no
that's-
need to change.
No, he's been great.
He should be number one for a while.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
assume.
Yeah.
All right, Ramsdale obviously sell. Is he? I thought he sold already. No, he sold already. No.
Yeah, he's sold
Okay,
to
I don't know. Why,
Southampton.
yeah, forgetting it all. Obviously Saliba keep.
100%.
Yeah, of course.
Anything to mention on his season?
No, he's been better than last season. I think.
Oh yeah.
In
Do
my
you
view.
think?
I think he's improved a little bit. Yeah. But I feel like since Gabriel got injured, maybe
Does he look?
he
slightly
wasn't
worse?
as. Yeah, maybe he looks slightly worse without Gabriel.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'd say.
Is that
But-
a concern or?
No, not
Still
really.
really young.
I think defensively we've been fine all season, so I've got nothing. Really
We're
to
not
say.
going to get any better, like really.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to. I'm right with Saliba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, from my point of view, he's unreal.
Yeah, he's a good
One
defender.
of the best young defenders in the world, probably. One
Very young, isn't it? Still?
take away young, he's probably one of the best defenders in the world alone, excluding his
23 still, isn't it?
He's currently 24, apparently.
Okay, okay.
still a good
he's
age,
actually
yeah.
older than I thought, actually. But yeah, still really young.
Yeah.
Gabriel, 27 years old.
Keep him,
Yeah,
man.
obviously.
definitely keep. Yeah.
Big miss in the season. in the end.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I don't
yeah,
think we
guess-
scored a set piece after he got injured.
Yeah, Partey was looking for Gabriel, but didn't realise Gabriel was injured in the game against PSG.
Man threw it
from that
100
throws,
times
bro.
in that game.
That was so random, innit?
Let's talk about that, by the way, because obviously you guys watch Arsenal more than me.
But
Is that a tactic that you've done before?
Yeah, he's done that before, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
when?
Yes. He's done that a few times last season. Like, if you watch the clips, Chelsea away, he done that a lot. And there's times where he plays right back, and he does that as well from right
I
back.
don't remember him doing it so regularly in one game. Like that was your only tactic.
But
against
no, you know
PSG.
what? No. You know
In the
what?
end.
I think that first like 5-10 minutes of the second half. Was that the first half?
First
Because
half,
we were
yeah.
just on them.
Yeah,
The
'cause
ball
we had a
kept
lot of
going out
throws,
for a
that's
throw
probably
right
why,
there. So
yeah.
it looked like that's all we were
Yeah.
doing. But I think it was just the opportunity kept arising back to back, and then it stopped,
yeah.
didn't it?
No, but
'Cause
you
we
didn't-
stopped- we
you
weren't
don't have to
pressuring
keep
them.
doing that. So all right, you tried it once or twice, and you got another throw in, but go short this time. It hasn't worked.
It was creating an
But it
opportunity.
was making, it was, yeah,
it was quite
it was
dangerous. a few
dangerous,
times.
yeah. But obviously, he lost gas at the end.
Bro, I felt
was
sorry
interesting.
for him.
By 20
He was
minutes,
going
by
into
20
the
minutes, he
corner.
lost gas.
He was trying his hardest. He wasn't even going that far in the end. I actually felt sorry for him.
It was-
What,
it
he's
was
like
very
a
random.
50-year-old man as
Yeah.
well. Like,
It was
felt
random.
deep.
It was
Anyway.
good fun though. Imagine if we'd scored a few. Imagine if we scored a few. Champions League final from throw-ins.
That's true.
That was sick, man.
Timber, keep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's been really
season.
good as well, yeah.
One of the best fullbacks in the world for me.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd argue he's top 5-10 comfortably.
Yeah, I can probably see that. Just maybe his injuries maybe take him out of that conversation.
No, because I think he came back from injury. Like this season, he's played almost every game.
Has he?
Yeah,
Yeah, he has his niggling.
He's
Muscle
played
injuries,
48
but-
games, you know?
yeah, he played.
Oh, sorry.
He's
And,
played well.
full-
and
yeah.
he's covered for everyone. No Ben White, and he
Fair
was
enough.
playing there.
Yeah.
He played left back. He's played centre back. He just
No, he has played a lot of minutes as well.
and he's
I'm
so
not gonna lie.
reliable. He's
Yeah.
like his game is
Yeah.
solid.
Only 23 years old as well. Quality player.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
player.
Maybe he needs to do a bit better in the final third.
Maybe going forward, yeah. You don't see him. But he scored a couple, and I remember a header he scored.
But I feel like Ben White sets up more than he does.
Yeah, I think
in
Ben
your
White's.
system, like.
Yeah, he did a couple
It
years
depends
ago.
on the wide players. Saka was injured as well. So
Yeah,
that
it's
obviously makes a
different.
big difference. So
True. But if you want someone
Yeah.
to shut down a winger, he's probably your man.
He's the man. Yeah.
Like
Is
he-
there one player that
yeah.
had him on toast? Was it PSG? No.
Was it Kvara?
I think it was, isn't it? Was it Kvaratskhelia?
I don't remember
I
it.
don't remember him having him on toast.
Not on
but-
toast, but he
Yeah.
But
did well
Kvara's
against
a
him.
class
Yeah,
player,
he's
man.
class
He's
player,
like
class
he's
player.
quick as
But
well.
he did
so-
well against Vinny Jr. for
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
Like So
he's
yeah,
a
Yeah.
solid defender and can play in multiple positions.
I'd argue
as well.
Kvara's better than Vinny.
maybe now, yeah. At the moment,
No, I don't know. Not on form. On form, I might say Vinny in it, but it's a conversation for another day. Ben
Thanks.
White, keep.
Yeah.
yes, squad player.
Good-
He was
yeah,
injured as
good
well.
squad
So
player.
Are you surprised that he's kind of been displaced? Or I know he had a few injury issues.
I think he's been out for a long time,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he comes back in anyway. I'd have him. I'd start him a few games in the league, in the cups. He's a good squad player.
Both
like
of them
I
are
said.
good options. Timber.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, Timber's first choice at right back for me, but
No.
yeah, White is.
He can play centre back too, can he?
Yeah, he can play
Yeah,
centre
that's
back.
what I mean, so
so
it's
could
fine.
Timber, to be fair. Like,
I
yeah.
missed out a centre back. Sorry, Kivior
Yeah, keep him. I like him.
yeah, he's again a good squad player.
improved the season.
He did well.
Yeah,
Yeah, did well when he came in.
Like, I mean, he wasn't Gabriel, but he did his job. He's got
Yeah.
good feet. I like his passing.
Good squad player.
yeah, good squad player.
Good
He's
cover.
played left back. He played left back the season before. He did all right there. Played centre back this time round. Did all right there as well. So yeah, good squad player to keep.
Skelly, obviously, keep. Anything
100%.
to mention on him further?
Nah, man, he's on.
What a year. What
Yeah.
a breakout.
What a breakout. Yeah.
He's had so many moments already, and it's only been 1 year.
The ball sticks to his feet, man.
I think
Solid.
I think he's a top player. Do you think he's going to end up in midfield or he's going to stay in that inverted left back place?
I feel like that suits him, that position, but I don't know. I've never seen him in midfield, so I don't know.
I think it's too early to say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's
true.
only like, just give him a couple of years and we'll figure it out.
True. Calafiori,
oh yeah, definitely keep.
I've
have
been
we seen enough of him yet?
underwhelmed by him.
Yeah.
Don't know. Maybe I was just expecting too much. And I'm always the one to
kept
say.
getting- he's had a lot of injuries as well.
I'm always the one to say as well. Like summer tournaments, you should never buy players who do well there.
Yeah,
But he did well for Italy, and then I don't know. I just expected someone to come to claim that left back.
yeah.
But now we've got a 17-year-old. Like that's what I mean. We should be talking
Yeah.
about Skelly. We should be talking about Calafiori.
Like Calafiori was a centre back as well. We play him at left back, so I'm not sure. But yeah, I would keep him.
No,
And
I'd keep him. I'd
He's a
keep
big
him.
game player as well. He scored that goal against City.
Yeah, he
Unreal
did.
goal. He chips in a goal here and there as well.
Did he mean
Goes-
that shot against
What
City?
the banger.
Man. Top corner.
Like
man.
he let it hit his foot rather than he hit the ball. Like,
Like,
you
come
get
on,
what I'm
man.
saying?
You got to give
He
it to him.
sent that top corner, man. That was top.
All
bins.
right, cool.
If you'd scored that at Legends League,
Where all three of us are playing Legends League later, by the way. Go check out the Legends League videos. Zinchenko, so
I'll get
Yeah.
rid of him, man.
yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Anything to mention?
I'm just.
Are you disappointed at how his career's turned out at Arsenal? Because you probably expected better, especially the way he started.
I don't think I really wanted him anyway,
Mm.
but it was one of them ones like it will take at the time.
Yeah.
And we've just
We've outgrown Zinchenko, so he's
A
done-
while ago, I think.
Yeah,
I
like a
think
long time ago. So
should have loaned him that first year. That's it.
yeah, it's his time to go really. So
Tomiyasu, so he's played one game all season.
that guy's been
I
injured.
forgot
man.
we had him.
No, again, he'll be a good squad player.
No, yeah, I'd
So,
keep him too.
Yeah, I'd keep
You
him.
keep him.
Do we even pay him?
He doesn't play.
What's
bro.
he on, like 20 grand?
Like,
You
he
can
must
play
be on
left back,
60
centre
grand
back,
or-
right back.
Yeah, keep him, man. He's
You
alright.
keep him.
He's a cool
Keep him,
guy,
man.
man.
Yeah, he's a nice
What's wrong
guy,
with
man.
him?
Bro, he plays one game a year.
Yeah, that's fine, man. One
Right.
good
Guy-
game.
guy-
Will take.
You
Guys
man's
are-
clubs in the mud, not me.
Guy's a
Whoa,
samurai,
whoa.
man. Guy's a samurai. No, I definitely keep him, man. One,
Nah, I
more,
don't-
one more season at least.
I think he's
One
very
more
humble.
season.
I like him.
Calm.
Hard working Japanese. You need him.
Tierney, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
gone
going
anyway,
anyway,
innit?
yeah.
has he gone? Yeah.
Celtic.
Going Celtic, yeah.
All right, we're taking to midfield. Thomas Partey.
He's getting renewal.
How
Yeah,
do you feel about that?
I mean,
I've always rated him.
yeah, this season he's done really well. Like he's been, again, one of our better players.
Does that surprise you? Because maybe you would have been trying to get him out of the team this season.
Because I
Yeah,
think he was trying to play
Partey's-
for the contract. That's what everyone was
Yeah.
saying. And it was last year playing for a contract. Apparently, he likes being at Arsenal and in London, so he wasn't really trying to leave.
Yeah, and he kept getting injured as well. And probably this season he was like injury free most of the time.
He was good though.
Yeah, so we've seen
I
the
thought he was
best,
good.
the best of him. You know, the best of Partey this season.
And with Jorginho leaving, if we're only getting Zubimendi,
Then,
you
we
need
him
numbers
really,
in the middle,
yeah.
innit? You can't just go a whole season with just 2-3 people.
So you keep him from an
I'll keep him for 1 year at least.
Yeah.
As a, I don't know if he'll start ahead of Zubimendi when he comes in. Probably, or maybe they'll chop and change. I don't know. Maybe it's a rotation thing, but yeah,
They might all
definitely
play
keep him for
They
1
might
year.
all play together.
Like he's played
Yeah,
well enough
I
this
guess.
year for you to think that he actually might be starting a few games next year. As well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure he will be. He might even start the season. Like I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised. He might be one of those guys.
But at the same time, you would have hoped that you might have edged him out of the team by now, right? Because of his legs. Just he's not as mobile as he used to be, but he's still a classy.
I think with Rice, it works. It's not like I don't think it's a big problem for us.
Yeah,
It's not like he get. You know what? He does silly things sometimes, like
Yeah, on
where
the
he gives
ball
the
he does,
ball,
yeah.
and I'm like, why,
Yeah.
why have you done that?
He
I can't
thinks
work
too
it out,
much.
but I
He's
don't
got
think
balls
that's.
too much.
sometimes.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't think that's to do with his legs, innit? I don't think his legs have been a
I think
problem
he's
for
just
us.
he's too complacent at times, to say. But
We get
yeah.
back in good numbers, and he's never like. It's not like, oh, he's not there. It's a big problem.
I feel like I asked you guys this last year, but I'm going to ask you again because I can't remember what you said. Was Rice signed to play that role, or was he signed to play the role he's playing now? I'm a bit more advanced. Was he signed to replace Partey? My question is.
No, I don't think
I
he
don't think
was.
so. No, I think it was just a box-to-box player.
Okay.
I don't think he was.
Cool. So obviously Rice, keep anything to mention on Rice?
He's the
Yeah,
man.
man, just top player,
Deckers, innit? That's
top
Future captain.
world-class
should be
midfielder.
captain right now.
Yeah, he should be captain right now. I'd agree with that.
Not
yeah.
the future. We
Give
just
him the
signed him
armband.
on as a captain.
Take
Yeah.
Odegaard off the captaincy now.
Yeah,
for
man, give it to Rice, man.
I don't dislike Odegaard,
Yeah.
but Rice is the man, bro. Like, if Rice is your captain, you give you everything, innit? Because you know he will.
But maybe you don't need him to give him the armband to do that because he does it anyway.
No, he does, but in football, I feel like you need a big leader, and I think he's the
Yeah.
personality,
Yeah.
and he's British. It just works.
Anything to mention on this season?
Rice is.
Yeah.
Thanks for those free kicks, bro.
Yeah, top free kicks, bro.
He will never score another free kick in his
It's
life.
mad. I never
Bro,
knew.
he doesn't need to.
I never knew he could take free kicks when he first signed for us. And the next thing we see him whipping corners and free kicks, and you go, "Well, why didn't West Ham use this but sign Ward-Prowse just to do that?" Like,
Bro,
bit crazy how
funniest
life
thing
works out.
from a non-Arsenal fan, funniest thing this season when Nicholas Jova was saying, "Yeah, Rice, whip it in." Rice is like, "Yeah, say nothing," and he
I just
smashed it in.
top corner.
Top is Jova, sit the fuck back down. The mural's gone. We don't want to see you ever
Yeah,
again.
but you don't know. Jova was telling him to curl it into the top bins, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Nah. Get that guy off camera, man.
Set
Sick and
piece,
tired of
set
seeing it.
piece masterclass, bro.
Sick and tired of seeing that guy on camera, I swear. Marino, you've already discussed. Obviously,
Yeah, obviously keep. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
that's a squad player. Keep. He's not gonna do anything more.
He's
Who's our
28
midfield
years
now?
old.
Marino, Rice, Partey, Zubimendi. Who else we got there?
Havertz, if you want to count.
Nah,
him.
he's not CM.
No?
I'd put him and Odegaard together.
Skelly, if you want to count him. Otherwise, no one else really.
Yeah, so we've got to keep him. We probably have to sign another one, to be honest.
So did you say Partey as well?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I think you probably got to keep him for now, at least, unless you signed one or two more centre midfielders. You're saying you're getting Zubimendi, right? Is he a CDM? Is he number 6?
Yeah, CDM, I
Number
think,
6, yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
6 or 8-ish or whatever.
I haven't really
Or maybe
watched him
both.
much.
I ain't really
Yeah.
To be honest.
I saw him a bit for Spain, but that was it. It wasn't like wow to me, but
Yeah, United played Sociedad this year in Europa League, and he just come back from injury. He didn't really do much, to be honest.
Yeah, I tried to watch him that game, but yeah, he didn't,
He didn't
stand
really
out
do
for
much.
me.
But he did just come back from injury, so I can't really say. All right, Marino, so you're going to say keep, and he's had a decent-ish season.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Scored a few good goals, though. It's Madrid he scored as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he scored a few good
Yeah, he
goals.
scored
Remember
a
those
few good goals,
two
yeah.
finishes against Ipswich? I think it was Ipswich
yeah.
when he
Leicester.
first.
No, Leicester wasn't it?
Was it Leicester?
Leicester,
Yeah, when he
yeah.
first did it.
Oh, yeah, when he first up
And-
front.
And for a moment,
Two
I was like, bro,
coaches.
we're winning the league. Marino up top. Let's get it.
That's jokes. Captain Odegaard. Keep
Gotta
also?
keep him.
Yeah, we'll
100%.
keep him. Yeah,
Let's speak about him.
Yeah.
What happened to him this season?
disappointing, man.
What happened to him?
He
Had an injury.
Oh, he had an injury. He didn't play
When?
first 3 months.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
was
it
it
was.
October? Yeah.
As in, he started, but then he got injured, right?
I think so. Yeah, he
Yeah, I
started.
think he
Didn't,
started
didn't get
and he got
injured.
injured,
Came back in like January, if I'm
Yeah.
not
And
mistaken.
then Saka got
Yeah,
injured,
Saka got injured. Yeah.
and I think that was always the link up.
Can I say one thing from watching you guys play? I hate when Odegaard goes into Saka's space. Is that just me, or you guys agree, or what?
I think he plays in the right side of the free midfield. So
I
I'm
don't
not
like
sure.
that,
And,
bro.
and
Saka
Rice plays
doesn't
on the
need
left.
you there.
They link up in it. That's their job.
They do link up well,
Yeah.
but I feel like sometimes he's too close to Saka. Like Saka can run into where Odegaard is anyway. He can go outside.
Maybe
or inside.
it's a space thing. Maybe he found space there, and he's ended up in that
I think
position.
he's there too many times. That's
I
just
don't
my
know.
opinion anyway. But yeah, what do you think? Odegaard disappointing slightly.
Yeah, I'd say I'm disappointed. Yeah, I think.
Underwhelming, yeah.
Yeah,
again.
you should. I expect a lot more from him, really, especially if you're wearing the armband as well.
Doesn't score. Hasn't scored as much this season either, right?
No,
Yeah,
numbers
just
really
not.
good.
It's
6 goals. What?
he's tidy in
6
he's
goals.
tidy in possession. His
That's
link up
bad.
play is good, but going forward in terms of like creating chances,
I think he's
he's
got to
not
be.
there.
bit stronger, man.
Yeah, and he looks a bit lightweight as well.
He
Definitely.
works hard. He works very hard, but he's just not.
Maybe he's trying too much. I think that's his problem.
You think?
I think he's trying too much. Like even with his passes, like he always does these lofted passes.
Yeah, I hate
When
those.
it's like there's an easier option than that, or maybe he has to shoot first time, but he takes that extra touch or two, and the chance is gone.
Do you think it's fair to say that, let's say he does another season like this next season, you might be looking to replace him?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think.
Because it's not enough for where you want to be.
Yeah, I think he's in danger of being replaced if he doesn't perform. I'd say.
Wow.
I mean, there's
Strong words.
Ranieri's coming up. Look, if Ranieri keeps
pushing like this.
pushing, then he'll eventually replace Odegaard if he doesn't perform.
I've just seen he scored 6 goals in 45 games. That's shocking, man. Especially considering how forward he plays, how many goals your team scores, how many chances you create. And I'm sure last season he scored 15 in the Prem alone, if I'm not wrong, right?
I think was that the
Or
year
was that
before?
season before? Okay. But yeah, I'm just obviously he's obviously talented.
Yeah.
You'd expect him to score a lot more.
Yeah, and in the big games he's gone a bit missing as well.
Yeah.
So that plays a part.
Becoming a bit of an Ozil.
Yeah, a bit of an ozil.
Interesting. So one to watch for the future. Maybe he might be trying to get him out there, or maybe Ranieri might be taking his place soon. But yeah, even Rice has scored more than him. Marino has scored more than him. Just quite shocked to see that, actually. He got 12 assists, though, to be fair, but yeah. Moving away from Odegaard onto the wide players. Martinelli, keep or sell?
I would sell him, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I knew that was coming.
I would say, man. I think
I knew that was coming.
that last year I said he needed one more season.
You did.
He's had this season. He's not even been. He's not. I think he's gone worse this season. If I'm being brutally honest.
Near the end, that's where he kind of got a bit better, right?
I don't know.
This season?
I don't know.
He's just a bit of a nothing player now, isn't it?
Yeah,
If you gave me like 60, 70 mil for it, I'd take it.
yeah,
right
I'd
now.
take. Yeah, obviously with a good offer, you want to sell him.
Let's be realistic. Let's say you get 50 mil for him. You take it?
I think we would take him because we could sign someone. We could probably sign a better wide player than Martinelli at the
I
moment.
feel like we're gonna sign one anyway.
Yeah.
So
You think you're going to sign a left forward anyway?
left wing. I think.
yeah, I think
well, I
we
think
will.
it's
I
on
don't
the
know
agenda.
who that will be, but
Because
I think we will.
I think Trossard. Oh, he's just signed on, isn't he? Though he just signed an extension as well.
I think so.
Trossard.
Yeah, I think apparently he's signing. So
Martinelli got 10 goals in 51 games.
Don't remember any of them.
yeah, maybe they won Madrid one, and that was about it.
It was a good goal against Madrid, though.
Yeah, good goal.
Martinelli, his finish. It was a good finish, no?
I actually don't remember it.
You just had the pace.
It's like
He's
the
got
classic
pace.
Was
in
it
it.
first or
He
second
can
leg?
run.
Oh, second leg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Classic,
that's
the
better,
end.
isn't it?
classic
That-
Martinelli, run through,
Yeah.
open your body up.
I thought he was gonna miss.
You know that 2 times a season he does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Saka finish that game was naughty. The chip.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
Martinelli, you'd sell for the right price.
Yeah, 100%.
And if say like it's 30 mil, you keep.
Nah, not.
No,
30,
he won't
man.
go for 30 mil, man.
But you think it'd be more?
It'll be more, yeah.
It has to be.
But
Surely.
if let's say someone came 30, you wouldn't sell.
Nah,
Okay.
No, not for 30 mil, no.
Okay.
sit on the bench for 30 mil.
Saka obviously keep.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
to mention on this season?
No, just unlucky with injury. I think it's Arteta's fault, really. If I'm being
Which
honest.
we will get into very soon.
Overplayed Saka when he was injured. Ended up being out for a long time. And yeah, but obviously when he has played, he's shown what he can do. It's that Real Madrid game, for example. Yeah,
He's your
that's
best player, right?
Yeah,
100%.
it's our best player. Yeah, we've obviously got to keep him. So
Well, him and Rice.
I think he's better than Rice. He's a match winner, isn't it? Rice.
he's a big game player, 100%.
Rice is a big game
Yeah.
player too.
Yeah,
But
Rice,
yeah.
they're both big game players.
They're big.
And Gabriel,
Saliba.
Saliba.
We've got. I'm glad we've got that now.
Yeah,
There's like more than 1 or 2 players that are like I'd like to keep for a long time, even a keeper.
So yeah, Saka obviously keep. He's one of your best players, and injury hit season a bit. Trossard, he signed a new contract, I believe.
Yeah. I
So
think he has.
would you have kept him or sold him? Or
he's a good squad player. So yeah, I would have kept him. He's like an impact player to me. I don't think
he's better off the bench?
he's better off the bench. I mean, he's done well when he has started.
Yeah, I think he does well against the teams lower down in the league,
Yeah.
not necessarily the bigger games.
But yeah, I'd keep him again for another season. There's no harm.
I think between one of him and Martinelli got to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either one.
which one would you rather keep?
Probably Martinelli.
Serious?
Yeah, because if we brought in another good winger, I'd like Martinelli to be like in rotation with him.
Trossard's a baller, bro. Like, at least
Off the bench, but like when he starts, it can be a bit dull. And I don't like, and he's older as well. He's older though, isn't he?
Necessarily know he's got tech.
How old is Trossard now? 30?
Is he? He can't be.
Must be pushing 30.
Oh, he's 30 now, right?
Yeah, so like, what am I keeping him for?
Sorry?
What am I keeping him for?
Because he's got tech.
Just
He's
one
got
more
ability.
season,
He
yeah.
played also durability wise. He's played 56 games for you. So Martinelli gets injured, for example. He at least.
But that's why if we sign another left winger, then I think one of the two I'd probably keep Martinelli.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But if we got more money for Martinelli, then I'd let him go.
If it was down to me right now, I would say Trossard, but I'm not an Arsenal fan. But anyway, Sterling sell, obviously go back to Chelsea, had a shocking season.
Goodbye.
He scored one goal for you. I didn't even know.
Did he?
Yeah, it was a tapping as well, man. Don't even count that goal.
Wow, he scored one goal for you in 20
tapping goal.
That's the worst
Nelson,
signing.
Nelson's gone, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
Nelson's gone. Okay, so Havertz,
Yeah.
Yeah, keep.
and how would you say assess his season? 15 goals in 36 games, you know, that's not bad.
And he got injured, didn't it?
Yeah, he got injured as
15
well.
goes, 5 assists in 36 games. That's
Well,
all
that
right,
does a job, man.
I mean, we missed him latter
Underrated.
part of the season. We missed him because we didn't have a striker. It was quite. He's a good presence up top when he plays. He works hard. He's a good player, I think, and I think he'll get better next season.
But ideally, he wouldn't be starting for you up front.
I think him and Sesko was very nice options to have
Yeah.
up top.
But ideally, Sesko would be starting ahead of him.
Yeah,
or
probably,
You
yeah.
wouldn't mind in some
No, I'd
games?
like Sesko to start most
Okay.
games. Like, I want him to be our striker, but having Havertz there is never going to hurt.
And so you're happy to keep him. You're happy he's within the squad. Would you play him in the midfield role or not?
I was going to say, might even see him starting over Odegaard. That
Yeah,
wouldn't surprise me. That'd make us a very big team as well. Sesko, Havertz, that'd be crazy. Like,
yeah, it will
with
be
Saka
hitting
whipping
crazy
it
numbers
in.
with set pieces.
If we if we get a good left winger who can whip a ball in,
Yeah.
those two in the middle, that can get scary.
Has Havertz lost a bit of like that creative spark he might have used to have?
No,
in
man,
his
I think.
early years, or he's still creative? I don't watch you guys all the time.
No, he wasn't really creative for me. It was just.
But he's got
was
good
a bit
feet.
creative.
Yeah,
he's
just
got
good feet. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Like
got a
build
good
up.
left foot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't even. What is he left?
Oh.
He's left footed, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he more of a build-up player rather than a creative player? Maybe.
Bro, I don't even know what position he plays in, but he's just good. He's like he's like a shit Muller.
Yeah.
Where Muller scores a
yeah.
lot more, but
Yeah.
Havertz is there. He just does things.
Yeah.
It's
He's a chaos player, isn't he? Just he likes a battle. And that's
Comes
what I
off
like
his
about
shin.
him. Yeah.
goes in. It's like it's nice.
Like he'll fight Van Dijk. Like he doesn't care. He'll fight. Who else?
Yeah, he's naughty as well,
Yeah,
isn't it? He
he'll
doesn't
fight
look
any
it.
defender.
Remember that dirty challenge with Newcastle?
Yeah. But he's up for it. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, I like that
Put-
too.
Puts it in.
I've always said he's the best shit player I've ever seen. Like, he's the best of the shittest players. Just because he's obviously a good player, right? But
He's weird,
he
isn't it?
makes it look shit. Like,
Yeah.
And his finishing sometimes is shocking. There was one game, was it against Southampton? I think. Was it Southampton? I can't remember. But it was just one of the worst finishing performances I've ever seen in my life.
He looks like one of those shit FIFA 2
Yeah.
FIFA Street 2
yeah.
players, isn't it? With the big feet.
100%, bro.
He's like shit and efficient.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever that means. But
For
yeah.
real, 100%. So yeah, an okay season, right? From when he played.
If he didn't get injured, I think he would have had a good season.
Yeah,
you
we've
know?
had a good season, I think.
Fairs.
I think it'll be better next season.
Yeah.
But also maybe you need him to step up in the bigger games as well. If I'm
Yeah.
not wrong, he kind of shies away in the bigger games.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like he plays
Oh,
one big game.
Is it the City game I was thinking of, by the way? That he had so many chances, he didn't score. I don't know.
I
if
don't
you
know.
remember.
I don't know
When
which
was that?
game. it was.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, okay, that's the game.
That was
in
in
my mind.
September or October or
I can't
something.
remember,
Isn't
but
Was
he
it where
missed so
10
many
men?
chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I don't remember him having a lot of chances that
Okay.
game, but I don't know.
That's my memory anyway. But yeah, Gabriel Jesus.
it? Get rid
Yeah,
right now, bro.
27
Yeah,
games
man, I'd
somehow.
sell him as well, man.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
Project's
got
over.
an ACL. I don't think he'll go. Unfortunately,
the project's over.
I mean, he's got an ACL. I don't realistically, he's not going to go.
He needs to go Turkey, man.
Yeah,
I heard Gala need a striker.
Gala will buy him, man. Go to Gala.
I heard Gala need a striker.
Yeah, sell him.
Are you overall disappointed with the impact he's had on Arsenal, considering since the time he's come into the Arsenal team? You
Who's?
expect him to, Gabriel Jesus. You expect him to come in from City and Zinchenko to provide a bit of winning mentality. He's calm. He's won nothing.
I mean, they started well, innit? Like they
He's won
started well.
nothing, so-
I mean, they started well when they joined, and then
Yeah.
they just kept getting these injuries, and it's just like stop, start.
They're both the same,
Just
innit?
go, yeah, literally.
It's been so disappointing.
I think it's interesting how they came in to like take your team to the next level, and then your level went past them somehow.
Yeah.
That's
While they were here.
that's
Like,
nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
And they weren't even part of it.
Yeah. I don't really see it.
I think it happened just all accidentally. Like,
Maybe, yeah.
We just got strong, man. I think we
the
became a
team just
strong
got better,
team.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the keeper cell. That's the individual players. We've gone through them. Let's talk about the main man. I'm gonna ask you. All right, I'll ask you first simply, and then we can go into it in a bit more detail. Mikel Arteta in or out? Tuncay in or out?
I would say, yeah, in for one more season. I think he's got one more season.
And Has.
Indefinitely.
And now let's talk about. Okay, let's go through the positives first of Mikel Arteta overall and for this season. Let's say positives. Either of you.
Positives for
Or for Arteta, to I guess to back him for next season at least, or indefinitely as you put it.
Did well in 2 trophies. Like we got to 2 semis.
Sorry, what's the second semi you keep talking about?
League Cup and Champions League.
Oh, but you lost to Newcastle and you got outplayed. So did he do well?
Yeah, I didn't say he did well, but I think like
That's
we got to the
that's
semis.
progress,
Isn't
isn't it, compared to before?
But,
But you've had 2 semis. It's not that shit. Like it's like
but as in the way you went out in the Carabao Cup was shit.
we just got outplayed, outmuscled, didn't it?
Yeah, it's Newcastle. They're chasing their first ever trophy in their lifetime,
They're
so
not
it's
shit,
different.
man.
Like.
And did they?
No,
And they
but
won
they
it.
made
innit?
you look shit. They won it, yeah.
Yeah,
But they
yeah,
made
yeah.
you look shit though.
We won. We lost to the winners both times.
And they beat Liverpool in the final, so it's like they've done well.
They made Liverpool look shit. They won the league, bro.
But you didn't put up enough of a fight. Whether that's down to the manager or the players
Yeah.
is a different
No, look,
discussion.
against
It
Newcastle.
wasn't
were
high on
poor.
our
It was
agenda, I
poor, yeah.
think. But on theirs, it was number 1. Like
Yeah.
win
But
the trophy.
you're
They'd probably
praising-
taken that over Champions League football.
But you're praising Arteta now to get to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, yeah?
No, I'm
that
not
was your
praising
point.
him, but I'm just saying like he's positive. It's a positive
Okay,
getting there.
all right. Sorry, I interrupted anyway. Carry on.
No,
Your
that's fine.
positives for Arteta.
That the biggest would be the Champions League run, I guess.
That's it.
Yeah, it's been disappointing season.
That's kind of shit. Any other positives? James?
I'd probably say in the big games, the way we play our setup is better than it was before. Against low block teams, terrible the setup. No imagination, very dull to watch. Overly reliant on set pieces, like I said. Yeah.
So Tuncay's already led us on to the negatives. My favourite part of this video, Arteta negatives. Tunj, the set pieces. Well, all right, let's talk about the reliance on set pieces. Is it doing your nothing?
No,
No.
No,
I don't
it-
think-
But you scored a lot, but you've also conceded a lot from set pieces.
have we?
You conceded the most in the league from set pieces.
That's a myth, man.
No,
Where'd
it's
you get that
true.
stat from? Get that stat. Most in the league.
From set
I'm
pieces?
pretty sure
I
it's
thought
true.
we were right at set pieces.
Yeah.
But let me just carry over that conversation anyway. I don't think we're reliant on set pieces per se. I think the season's just gone like that sort of. We just
We've
get set
ended up
pieces and we
being-
score
yeah.
them.
But
We've been set up because
It's
we
not like
don't
we're
have a
not
striker.
scoring other ways as well.
Yeah.
I think we got like the second most goals in the league
I can't.
without a
confirm
striker.
that. Arsenal have conceded 38% of their goals from set pieces. So you've conceded the most portion of your goals from set pieces, not necessarily the most set pieces.
How many of them are there? Does it say?
It doesn't
Including
say.
goals.
Doesn't even make sense, that stat.
No, it does. It means out of all the goals you've scored, 38% of them were set pieces.
No, conceded, isn't it?
Yeah, conceded.
Oh, okay,
That's
fine.
what I said, no?
Oh, here we go. Look, go down. But look, we're not even in the top 5 for
Oh, okay.
conceded amount.
Well, you're joint fifth with Tottenham. You've conceded 12
Oh,
set piece goals, and
so we've
That's
conceded
fifth.
30 something goals
fifth
all year.
most in the league. You've conceded 31 all year.
30 goals all year isn't bad. though.
31 goals conceded all year. But I'm talking about set pieces alone. I'm saying obviously you have a high. You prioritize scoring a lot of your goals from set pieces. Some I don't know how that's become a thing, by the way. Just
I
because
just think we're just good at it.
Yeah.
We've
You're
got
good
good
at it.
takers like Saka and Rice. We got 2.
Yeah.
If they were like playing in the 90s, everyone would be like, oh yeah, Beckham this.
Yeah.
But like now it's like,
Exactly.
oh, he's good at corners. That's rubbish. Like, bro, what are you talking? Like what? I thought taking set pieces were a good thing
But
once.
your players are good enough to play it on the ground and score more.
And they
goals.
do. We score a lot of goals from our players. Well, we did when we had like a striker.
Yeah, I think because we didn't have a striker, we've had to rely on finding other ways of scoring goals. Set pieces was one of them, and we were good at it as well.
How many did we
Until,
score?
like, the last
14
2-3
or something
months.
this year
Yeah.
from set piece.
It's a high number.
So I don't think it's on this list.
And obviously, Gabriel was like the
Monster.
main man
Yeah.
in the set pieces.
Okay, but are you, or is it just down to Gabriel that the fact that majority or 38% of your goals that you have conceded is from set pieces? You've conceded the fifth most.
I didn't even know that.
You've conceded the fifth most set pieces in the league. Is that a worry for you? Considering you're so good attacking, is it a worry that you're also leaking them at the back in set pieces? Or is that just part of the game?
Yeah, it's only 12 goals.
It's still 38% of your goals,
Yeah,
which is a
and
lot.
that sounds a lot because we're not conceding many goals. Like Tottenham are on
Yeah.
there with us, same amount, yeah.
No, but for the
But
goals
they've
you've
conceded like 100 goals, so it's like nothing.
Yeah,
But
that
so have
means
they got
they've-
an even bigger problem?
that means they've got a better defensive record in set pieces than you.
No, that means they've conceded more goals from other places.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they're
we
better at defending set pieces.
no,
than you.
they're obviously not because they've conceded the same amount as us.
But they've had more set pieces against them, and they've conceded.
Well, maybe teams get more set pieces against us than they would against Spurs, because obviously Arsenal are top side compared to Spurs. So maybe that's why
Maybe, yeah.
the
I don't even
stats
know.
play out as is. Wait, I didn't know that
so
as
you're
well.
you're not really concerned about the conceding set pieces, no?
Yeah, I mean, if like, say you're sort of like 16th, 15th place. Say you're Palace, for example. You're trying to score away at the Emirates. Your
gonna
best
be trying to
chance is
score
through a set piece, ain't it?
That
So,
makes sense. That makes sense.
um,
All right,
So,
so the set pieces for now is calm. Personally, watching Partey do whatever he did against PSG was grinding my gears too. Because you've got better players to score more goals outfield. But like you said, you had the injury issues. You had the
I don't know if
midfield.
we did, man. We had like Marino up front. No, like, what's gonna happen? We're not gonna see no Cruyff
Martinelli
turn
on the
nothing.
left. Yeah, I hear you.
Just chuck it in there.
So another negative of Arteta has to be the discipline issues, the disciplinarian issues. Since Arteta's come in, you've had more red cards than any other team in the Premier League.
oh, this season's been okay.
We've had some.
And
some
most of the red
most-
most of the red cards, let's be fair, were bullshit.
No,
Like this
I
season.
disagree too.
Declan
I've
Rice
watched
one was
Arsenal
bullshit.
get some of the worst red cards
Literally,
ever.
like
Man.
Arsenal, yeah, that's true. They get the worst red cards.
Lewis Skelly got sent off just to get it. Like that's when they cancelled it.
Oh yeah,
they
and they
cancelled
cancelled it.
that
Yeah, so yeah,
Come on.
so yeah, that's
Declan Rice got
Terms,
a red
it's not-
card for getting booted.
If you got the most,
Watching the game, yeah, I'll
no,
never
but like,
forget
stuff
it.
like that. Yeah, that's what annoys us as Arsenal
It's
fans
not-
a lot.
bro, referee
annoying.
decisions happen to everyone, bro.
Bro,
Well, not as much as Arsenal.
They
Man. I
do,
don't care.
bro.
Not as much as
no,
Arsenal.
no,
do.
I don't agree with Tuncay in that. I think refs are just shit.
Yeah, they're just shit.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
But when that happened, Jay, when I'm watching it live, Declan Rice got booted. I'm like, yes, referee run over red card. I was like, yeah, send him off. Send Declan Rice off.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe my eyes.
No, that one made sense because the ball, he was about to take the free kick, Rice kicked it away.
No, but
Ball was rolling.
Yeah, but he was about to take the free kick. Rice
ball
shouldn't
was
have kicked it
rolling.
away. Rice shouldn't have
But
kicked it.
it was so bad. Yeah, I remember watching the game. Yeah, live. I'm thinking, where's Rice? Like, what's going? What is he off injured or something? Is he like? Is the physio looking after him? And then only like 5-10 minutes later, I noticed he got sent off. That's how bad the decision was.
It was terrible, bro.
You have to question Emirates viewing angles as well. By the way. The fact that TJ couldn't see that. I'm joking. But yeah, that Rice one anyway, personally, he kicked the ball away. It was a second yellow.
Bro.
He shouldn't have kicked the ball away. He knows better. Especially the week prior, it happened to Trossard or whatever.
Okay.
So he should have known better.
Tell me another person this year that got sent off for kicking the ball away.
Well, it was a second yellow.
Okay,
so
and you don't think over the
in the
next
circumstance,
380
that's not
games
gonna
of the year, that's never happened again?
no one was stupid enough to
I've
kick the
watched
ball
it
away.
happen.
No one was stupid enough
No.
to kick the
Time
ball
and
away.
time again, I watch it. Yeah,
All right.
especially in the second half of the season, like last 10 games. So that players kicking the ball away, not getting a card at all. That's so many times that has happened. But first 10 games, it was taken seriously for whatever reason, and this always happens when there's a rule change. First 10 games, it's taken seriously. Last 10 games, it's not. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
I know.
that,
That's the referee. That's
how shit the refs are.
against everyone.
And yeah,
that's
but
not
anyway,
it's just Arsenal.
I don't think this has anything to do with Arteta. I don't think
No,
Arteta
yeah,
is
it
going
was-
to...
Arteta
my
can't control
opinion
that.
is, and I've said this before, I even said it last year, the energy that Arteta gives off, and I can't probably put into words properly, but it's just a bit,
he's overly emotional. I know.
it's like anxiety. He brings anxiety in the players and he makes them anxious and then they're like set off. And
Bit
the
of
way
pressure.
The pressure is the
Yeah,
pressure.
yeah,
The way
I know what
he
he's talking
behaves
about.
on the touchline, he puts pressure on his players, then they lose their heads a bit. And little things
Maybe.
like Rice kicking the ball away or Skelly one's unfair to call him out once.
The Trossard ones, you could say.
The Trossard one, for example.
Yeah, but even
I
that
think it's
was,
his
bro,
energy, like it transfers.
That
to
was
the
like when
players.
Van Persie got sent off. He blew the whistle, he kicked it, and he was like, yeah, yellow. I was like, bro, you just blown it.
But he heard it. He heard the whistle. Trossard heard the whisper.
I mean, to be fair, that was like.
I'm not even arguing with
that's
it.
a
I'm not even
borderline,
arguing
so
with
I
it,
can't
but
argue
it's just
that.
like, bro.
No, so, but do you agree?
I don't think that's on Arteta.
Is my point fair? No. So my point is that I think partially, and also it has to be on Arteta because since he's come into the league, he's got Arsenal had the most red cards compared to everyone.
Yeah, but before
since he's coming, so there's a direct link there.
But there's also a direct link with him coming in and us become a bit more like stronger team as well.
Exactly,
When I
'cause
say
we were
strong, I don't mean like a
accused.
better. I mean like we're physical now. Like
Yeah.
we've got shit houses now. We used to be a
imagine
bunch of
back in the
pussies
day.
before.
Imagine back in the day, everyone's like, oh, these aren't strong enough, too soft, too weak.
Soft, yeah.
And now
No
it's like the
cojones.
opposite. Now
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
that's the problem as well. Now, like it's like, what do we
There's a
be strong?
balance.
Do we be
There's a
soft?
balance. There's a
There should,
balance.
yeah. Maybe we're
And
trying to
he
find
hasn't
that.
hit that balance.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's young. So, any other negatives? Obviously, do you blame? You've drawn a lot in the league. Do you blame maybe his recruitment, for example?
No, I think
Was that the board
it's
or-
more the approach, like last 10, 15 minutes or so. Like, just he's too happy to settle for a draw or too happy to settle for that 2-1 and then they end up scoring.
Yeah.
Just go get that third
Doesn't
goal, kill
kill.
the game off or chase the game. You know,
Why is he?
I don't know.
Why is he accepting that? Do you think?
I think he's been too cautious. I think because of what's happened in the past, he's become too cautious, too complacent, and he's just punished.
Controlling.
Too controlling. It's like micromanaging in a way, like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
and it's kind of punished the team really in itself.
There's
so
no
yeah.
joy. It feels like.
Yeah.
One more criticism from my point of view, whether you agree or not, is say for example, I brought up the cup competition when you got knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Who knocked you out of the FA Cup? Oh, we did.
Yeah,
All right,
on
the
penalties,
the
yeah.
worst United side ever.
And we
knocked
got
you
sent off
out.
in that game.
And we had 10 men, right? We had
Yeah.
10 men.
Yeah,
Dalot
yeah,
got
10
sent
men,
off
yeah.
in that 60th minute.
That was jokes.
One of the reasons why I think Arteta needs to be criticised is over the course of the last, because you've got a good body of work. Like you've seen 5 seasons of him, right? Why is it that in the cup competitions, maybe you've played weaker sides? This season, maybe not. I think you had pretty strong sides out anyway.
I think so, yeah.
But could you not question his lack of ability to build up a good squad or use his squad well enough so that you don't have to rely on the likes of Saka all the time, he gets injured. You don't have to rely on Odegaard, who's not performing. He hasn't built up a good enough squad and used the likes of Nwaneri enough,
He's only like 17.
but he was capable. He had the ability to play more.
Oh man.
I mean, yeah, he should have played more. No, in my
When?
view.
When could he have played more?
When Odegaard weren't performing,
Like
He
when
might
he
have
like
done
when he
that.
comes off the bench, like he comes on like last 5,
he's
10
dangerous,
minutes.
bro.
I think give him like more time. I'd
Yeah.
say that's what I'd say.
But,
Like,
like,
it's not like.
you wouldn't like drop your captain to play a 17-year-old.
If
That's
the captain's
crazy
not-
pressure.
But if he's not performing, then
If the
maybe he
captain's not
deserves it.
performing-
Do you know how much
17
pressure that is on a 17-year-old? And like, what's that going to do in the dressing room?
But he takes that in his stride, Nwaneri, from what I've seen.
Yeah, but on the right wing,
Yeah.
not like playing instead of Odegaard.
You don't know how he's going to perform until you give him a try.
For sure, but like, just coming into the first 11, you wouldn't be like, here, take the captain's position because he's not playing well.
You can test it in games.
You
he
can,
hasn't-
maybe
My
he-
point is he hasn't done that.
But I don't know, man. He's played him off the right wing, which is I think where he should play. I don't think Nwaneri's.
But that was just an
central.
example here. My point is he hasn't built up or trusted his fringe players enough.
Yeah.
Is that fair or?
I mean, he's trusted Lewis Skelly, for
I
example.
don't think he's had
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I don't
he
think he's had
hasn't
enough
trusted-
players.
Skelly got put in and then he made that position his own.
But
Whether
why
that
did
was through
Skelly have
Arteta
to
or
come
not.
in? Look how many
Because
injuries
Arteta
we had.
signings
What left
were
backs
not
were
Everyone got
injured?
injured.
What left backs were
Arteta
injured?
signings were not fit enough.
No, but they got injured. That's not fit enough. It's like
Califuori's got injury problems since Italy.
Zinchenko, Calafiori, Tini were all injured.
I made that up. Man.
3 man, yeah, 3 left
And
back got
Tomiyasu.
injured.
Four men got injured.
You got
And
a
then
question-
and
you
then
got
Ben
a-
White got injured as well, which meant Timber could only play one.
Went from left to right.
Yeah. So,
So-
imagine that's why a 17-year, like an 18-year-old Skelly came in. So it's not like I don't think he's not built a squad. I think it was just a mad season for injuries for us a little
No,
bit.
because
Well, it's
even
always
in
the
the
case,
past,
man.
even in the past, he hasn't built up his fringe players. And you played weaker sides in the cup competitions in the previous seasons. They ended up getting knocked out. You've come to this season. You've even played your first 11. They've got knocked out. A criticism has to be. I think I saw the overlap with Henri. Do you see that?
No, I didn't
I
watch
didn't
it.
watch
but-
it. No, I haven't watched it
Henri
either.
hates Arteta. And I
I
absolutely
know
love
he
it.
does. He does hate him. He
I
does hate him.
absolutely love it. But his point was, why did you not get to a final at least? Doesn't that bug you? Not getting to a final at least.
What
in
would
the
that
cup
have
competition?
changed if we lost the final?
To be in a position to say, yeah, I challenged, I competed. You can't say that. You didn't challenge in the league realistically because
obviously we didn't challenge in the
won
league.
by a few games.
We're probably only challenging Champions League.
Yeah.
To argue, that's pretty much it.
And that's the biggest tournament
And
we're in.
did you really challenge, as in to win? Because
I mean, we got
Well,
to
we
the
beat Real Madrid, so you can't argue we didn't challenge.
maybe. Yeah. But overall, I'm asking you guys as fans: are you not disappointed that you didn't get to more finals, or no?
Obviously, we are disappointed because we've underachieved. Then we should have done a
should
lot more.
he have got you to a final? I'm saying Arteta, not the players.
At the start of the season, you'd expect us to have probably,
Yeah.
but with the way things went, it wasn't like, oh no, we didn't get to a final. It was like, bro, we were fucked. Like, we weren't good for a while. From like January, even before that, we weren't great. I wasn't even expecting a Champions League run, to be honest.
Yeah,
That was just a bonus.
No way, yeah, exactly.
Do you blame or attribute the recruitment on Arteta, or are you putting on the board?
It's
or
not
spit
solely
above
on him.
or-
It's the board because obviously Arteta's obviously wanted a striker. He's not got the striker.
You sure he's wanted a striker?
100%, man. Why would not want a striker?
Yeah, he asked for one in January
he's
as
not
well.
really
Well, you think he's happy playing Marino up top?
He does have.
He's had to play Marino up top.
When he had Havertz, he went and signed Marino. He didn't go and sign a striker.
Because we had
So clearly he was alright with playing that style of footballer up front.
No,
That's
but I
my
don't know. I don't know if Arteta's in control. So I think it's Edu or the board. I don't think Arteta would give his
Arteta's
idea,
a
his
dictator,
vision.
So I'd imagine he has control.
Maybe he has more
signings.
control now since Edu has left. But
So you
Yeah.
think it's not down to him that why you didn't?
I don't
sign
think
a
it's not all down to him. No, not 100%.
at the
Some
start
part,
of the
some part,
season.
yes.
If you got Jesus and Havertz, like it's all right.
Yeah, he's probably
It's
still
not
thinking.
right because last season you said you needed another striker.
Yeah,
in
we
summer.
did,
So
and we
how's
were
it
we were
work?
upset, but we didn't get. I don't think that's on Arteta.
I think he didn't find the striker that he wanted. So what's the point of signing a striker?
Did you go for Watkins in January?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we made a bid, but they
We
got
made a
rejected.
bid. That was it. But that was fake, probably.
Maybe.
Why? Just
Like
keep fans happy?
just say look, we're trying.
That's deep. That's deep. All right, so that was my propaganda on Arteta out. I tried as much as I could. So looking into next season, you said you give him at least one more season. Has said indefinitely. Let's come to Has. The indefinitely, why? What have you seen from Arteta to suggest that you can give him the next
When I say
5 or 6 years,
indefinitely,
for example?
if next year we have not these stupidness, red cards, injuries, blah blah, and we don't, I expect us to have a good season, like probably win something. I think he will.
How
I
has
don't-
he shown you that you will though? I don't.
It's consistent. We are consistent. We're a good team. There's like no one can sit here and never tell me we're not a good team.
No, you're a good team, but
We had a rubbish season, yeah. So next year, I think like Arteta's built a good team. We were shit before Arteta. Like there's no denying it.
Yeah.
Even at the end of Wenger, we weren't like finishing second. The best we were finishing was like third or fourth, and it wasn't like it was like yeah, got champs, great, whatever. So when I say indefinitely, I mean like until the players he's like brought through the team are playing, until they're done, like reach the point where they're like, oh, Saliba's leaving, Gabriel's leaving, then it's like, all right, let him go. But I'll give him another 2-3 years, definitely. I don't see a problem in that. Because if anyone's going to win us anything, it's going to be him.
And Tunch, what do you think?
Yeah, like I said, keep him for one more season. I do think Arsenal have a much better season next year. I think with a striker, Arsenal will be a completely different team. Arteta will have a completely different setup to the team. I think it just boils down to that. I think, and like Has said, if we have like an injury-free season, no stupid red cards, consistent refereeing, must add that. Then yeah, I think Arsenal will do well next season, and I think sooner rather than later, Arteta will get us to that final and to that trophy.
Yeah.
I do think that. I do believe that.
Does it matter what trophy he wins next year?
But that's what I was saying earlier. Would it have mattered if he had won the FA Cup this year? Like I wouldn't have given a shit. Bro.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
think
we
still
won the
strengthens
FA
his
Cup.
position.
Yeah, definitely. It's like less
You
people
wouldn't be
can't say as much.
questioning,
Yeah,
yeah.
but like to me, as someone who like looks long term, it's like, well, it's an FA Cup. I'd rather lose all finals and win a champs in like 2 years. I'm happy to not win anything for the
It's easy
next 2
to
years.
say that, but
Yeah, 100. That's what I'm saying though. Like an FA Cup wouldn't change anything for me.
I think it should.
I think I'd rather.
Say you finish second and won FA Cup, you'd be gassed.
But
you'd be like, yes.
Nah, man, I wouldn't
see
be
the
gassed,
Arteta-
man.
No,
Gassed is the wrong word, man. I wouldn't be gassed.
I won't be over the
no,
moon.
because
I
you'd
think
be like, look, oh,
I'd be okay
again,
with it. I'd be
and we
okay.
won FA Cup. We're heading in the right
Let me tell
direction. No?
second and Champions League semi-final is probably means more.
Then the FA Cup.
I enjoyed that more than any FA Cup run I've ever watched.
I think that's crazy, man.
Why, man? FA Cup,
Because I was there when Ten Hag got lifted the FA Cup in front of me.
great, and then he got fired.
But I don't care because in my mind, that was one of the best moments I've ever seen as a fan. No joke. For me personally, innit?
We've won FA Cups though. Like I've watched this. It's not like
Yeah,
If I-
true.
like I'm 31. I've watched like 5, 6 FA Cups.
Yeah, one of
at
the most
least.
FA Cups, like.
Yeah, like I'm not. It's not like something I've never seen. It's an FA Cup, bro. We won like 2 back to back.
Like Palace, for example, they won the FA Cup. Or Newcastle, for example. Yeah, fair enough. You know, this like they're first ever trophies in God knows how long. So it's different
Now
compared
that
to
you
like
say
Arsenal.
that, it makes a bit of sense because I've actually only seen 3 FA Cups since I was
How many?
about
What?
11. So
How many have you got? United must have loads,
we've
no?
got
think
lo-
United
we've
was
got
second.
15, but
Arsenal.
we won a
Same
lot
as
of them
us.
before.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we won in 2024, 2016, and the one before that was 2006. I
But
think.
Chelsea used to win it like it was nothing, innit?
Yeah.
They had a
Yeah.
period of just every year.
So that's why FA Cup means a lot more to me. So I kind of
Maybe,
hear what
maybe.
you're saying, maybe because you've seen quite a lot.
I'd,
of FA Cup
I'd happily never win an FA Cup again if you
No
gave me
way,
the Champions
that's
League.
mad. Oh, if you get Champions League, obviously.
Give me one
Yeah.
champs. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
ever want another FA Cup.
Obviously,
I'm happy.
Obviously, yeah, it makes sense. So Arteta, I'm never gonna admit this ever on a WhatsApp group chat, just so you know. But I'll say now that if I was an Arsenal fan, I would happily put my faith into Arteta for another 2-3 years
Yeah.
at least,
Yeah.
because
I'm with you.
he's shown he's also a new manager, a new coach. He's still young. From what you've seen in 5 seasons, you'd like to think that he's progressed throughout most of those seasons. This season, maybe not so much in terms of his style of play in football.
That might be
and the
needed
Premier
too.
League.
Sometimes you need a knock to
Yeah,
learn
to
something
learn.
Yeah,
else,
exactly,
something
yeah.
in it.
I think he's shown that he learns from things that you've gone through in the past 5 seasons to suggest that he's probably going to improve and get better and better. Because if you sacked him now, there's a chance that he goes to a PSG or somewhere else. He'd probably win a title, maybe not the Champions League, but eventually you'd like to think he's got the brain. He's shown
Yeah.
he's probably
Yeah, he'll
got the
be
football
wanted
mind
by
to be-
Barcelona, by
yeah,
PSG.
yeah,
He'll
Barcelona,
definitely be
yeah.
wanted. Yeah.
I can see him being a Barcelona.
Yeah.
He's shown he's probably got the football mind to do well in the future or finally win the big things. The Champions League, I don't know, but League, I can see him winning.
I think the league's
Whether
a big
it's at
thing.
Arsenal
Like, the
or
league's a big thing.
Yeah, yeah,
If we can win the league, then
If
that
he
will
wins the
change.
league with Arsenal, he's set for life.
yeah, set for life,
He
yeah.
could go manage anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think also the way rivals speak about him means a lot to how I view him as well. Because I hear a lot of like people don't talk about him like he's just started managing at Arsenal. They talk about him like he's been managing for 20
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
oh, he should be winning things. Like,
Yeah,
bruv,
yeah, yeah.
guy's like 40 something.
Yeah,
he
he's
started
young.
managing 2 weeks ago. At like
This is his
a
first job, no?
big enough
First
club like this.
manager.
It's not like he's just coming to like started at like Plymouth and he's like, oh, he got Plymouth promoted.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he's started at Arsenal, taking us from
8th.
no champs
Every year.
to champs
Yeah.
to challenging, not winning to challenging. Cool, first job.
Hopefully, it's the winning phase next. Obviously,
It's
I'm hoping for the Fergie effect. Obviously, they win trophy first couple of years, then he won trophies every year. I'm hoping the same for Arteta. Just have that
I
trophy
think it's going to
effect.
come with
Let's
time,
not go
man.
that far.
No, not you can't get Fergie level.
Yeah,
I don't,
obviously, yeah.
No one could do that. But if Arteta
Fergie
wins
impact.
a Prem, maybe 2, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty much the Arteta In or Out podcast. Final thing I was gonna say. Any final words on the season? Tunj first. What's your overall summary on the season, or any shining light to look forward to for the next season coming?
Hopefully, more youngsters come through. Obviously, we saw 2 really talented youngsters come through. Obviously, there's in the next season. I'm sure there'll be more. I forgot his name. Something Power.
Max Power.
Max Power. Yeah. They
What
say
about-
he'll be
who's
the
Max
next one.
Dowdle?
Max Dowdle.
Dowdle.
Dowman.
Dowman. That's it. Yeah,
Dowman,
Dowman. Yeah, I forgot his name.
Dowman.
Obviously, they say he's the next big thing. So I
He's
don't know.
young though, man.
I know he's like 16.
He's like 15, 16, isn't he?
16,
Yeah.
yeah.
Odegaard replacements soon come.
better than the next Yamal. Better than him, but no. Hopefully, yeah, we'll see more youngsters. Like that's the only positive thing like from the season. So that has said, hopefully more of those, and obviously the Real Madrid game was a positive. Hopefully more big nights to look forward to next season as well. So yeah, that's the only thing I'd say really. Otherwise, yeah, disappointing. We underachieved, and hopefully we learn the lessons and go again.
Has same question to you. Final summary and anything to look forward to, or what to look forward to for the next season.
Looking forward to a striker.
I think it's a must, no? It's a must.
But if we don't sign a striker, I might not watch the Prem. If we go another year with Havertz and Marino, I might just stop watching football.
Yeah.
Because that's nuts. So I think Sesko's close. If we get him, I'm saying he gets 20 Prem goals.
Wow.
I think just off the bat, he gets 20 Prem goals.
I'm going to disagree with you now.
You know why I say it,
Just
yeah?
because it sounds funny.
Bruv, the brother is 6'5".
Yeah. I ain't seen him play it, so I can't.
Like, surely he can score some headers. We're Stoke FC, so
You'd like to
let's fucking
think,
go.
see, take away Bundesliga tax, you'd imagine he'd score 12 to 15 Premier League goals a season.
20, man.
At least, innit?
Yeah.
At a top club, you get 20 as a good striker.
He would upgrade our team, and we need a striker. So
Look how many Havertz
That's it.
gets.
Yeah.
You think he's a good striker?
Nah.
Sesko can't. Surely Sesko's better than him as a striker.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's got to get 20.
I hear it. So that was the Arsenal end of season diagnosis. It wasn't as morbid as the Manchester United one. Go watch that if you want. I had to cut that from 1 hour 30 into 1 hour 14 minutes, and I was still struggling. This probably only lasted an hour. This is a Between the Lines podcast. I'm your host, Adnan. There will be a Tottenham diagnosis as well. That's going to be fun, I'm sure. That's my guy, Tunj. That's my guy, Has. We're off to football. Like the video. Get in the comments. What do you think for Arsenal season this season? Are you Arteta in or out? What do you think for Arsenal next season? Are they going to go trophyless again? We hope so. See you in the next one. Peace out. So I ended that quite negative for you guys. Man said, I hope so.
Man said, hope so. That's deep.
Between the lines.